What up guys, welcome to my channel. To start things off, I have an anime rap channel called Sensei Beats, where I've posted some extremely cool anime raps and I'll continue to post much more on there, so you should check it out. Your support and feedback would be much appreciated. Secondly, there's my Discord server as well. If you want to join an active otaku community where there are regular anime quizzes and stuff like that, then you should definitely consider joining it. The links to both the channel and the server will be down in the description box below. Alright then, back to this video. The anime in this video aren't all necessarily about the main character being an overpowered god, but all of them are still about main characters that are feared by everyone. I'm sure you'll be able to find an anime or two that you haven't watched before. Well then, let's begin. The first on our list is Blade of the Immortal. The main character of this anime is a mess. He lacks morality, ethics, and anything like that. He's a serial killer in the true sense of the word. He kills too many people and was punished for it. But what do you think his punishment was? He became immortal. That's it. That was his punishment for killing too many people. He got cursed with eternal life. But even if his only actual skill is killing, soon enough he does get tired of it. So he decides to kill 100 evil men for every good man he's ever killed. The old witch that cursed him with eternal life agrees to his vow, and just like that, he embarks on the journey to kill more men than he's ever killed before. As you can see, this anime is about killing and violence. The main character is a killing machine. Killing is as natural as breathing to him. Will his life ever change? Maybe. On his journey, he meets a girl who's dripping with the desire to avenge her slaughtered family, and both of them join hands to do some killing. BlazBlue Alter Memory. This anime is an adaptation of a game. The story takes place in December of the year 2199. Everyone's thrilled with the anticipation and excitement for the new year. People are partying left, right, and center. But amidst all these celebrations, a major news breaks out and everyone starts going crazy. An SS-class rebel that goes by the name Ragnar the Blood Edge makes an appearance. He has the highest ever bounty on his head, and there are a lot of people who can't look away from that money. Ragnar's goal is to destroy the system that's been controlling the population, while a group of unrivaled fighters gather to take his head and claim that bounty. The main character is of course Ragnar. He goes by the name Grim Reaper. As for the reason why he does what he does, it's something that you'll eventually find out if you watch this anime. Gokaku no Regios. The main spotlight of this show is the main character, Leifon. He was one of the 12 most capable fighters of the Lance-Shelled City, but he eventually became tired of all that violence. He transfers to the Academy City in the hopes of moving on from his violent past. Now, that's introduced the main character. This story takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where there are monsters and stuff like that. As a result, humanity's forced to live in mobile cities. They have to train themselves to fight off these monsters too. Leifon, who's just transferred to the Academy City, was preparing himself to start a new life when he caught the eye of the student council president as well as a military arts student. They recognize him and instantly want him overboard. Well, what can we say? So much for starting a new life and moving on, right Leifon? Mondaji Tachi ga Isekai. The story of this anime is about a few teenagers who possess extraordinary psychic abilities, but they're completely and utterly fed up with their everyday lives. At least until the day all three of them receive a strange envelope that's sort of like an invitation to a secret place called Little Garden. They decide to check it out, and just like that, they're in a little garden. The one who greets them is a bunny girl named Kurosagi. She explains to them how they've been selected to partake in special games that involve the use of their psychic abilities. But before that, they have to join a community. However, after learning that Kurosagi's community has lost its name and land, they embark on an adventure to reclaim all of that. This anime is an underrated gem that you should definitely check out. It's a lot more than what it appears to be on the surface.
息子よ。
Seisen Cerberus. The story takes place in a world where maintaining the balance of power, law and order is everything. Even a slightest hint of things going south can make everyone go into emergency mode, and then they all prepare for a world war. I kind of exaggerated that a little bit, but you get the idea, don't you? Now, war is cool and all, but to everyone there's one thing that they fear the most, and it's the evil dragon whose purpose in life is to destroy whatever he wants. The main character Hiro lost his parents 10 years ago when the mages tried to seal the dragon but failed. But even though he himself survived, all he seeks now is vengeance upon the dragon who took his dear parents away from him. To do that, he learns swordsmanship from the person who saved him and then sets out in search for the dragon.
Aoi. 頼む。Aoi.
Gare Zero. Now this one's an underrated gem, but it isn't just any underrated gem. This story is about two girls, Kagura and Yomi, who've experienced the deaths of their loved ones firsthand. Those who took the lives of their loved ones are demons, and both of them belong to a family of exorcists, so they're destined to become exorcists and they take pride in that. One day they meet each other and even start living together. They go on jobs to exorcise and hunt demons under the name of their agency, which is known as Supernatural Disaster Countermeasures Division. However, things don't go as smoothly as they thought they would. Family politics come into play, the weight of the responsibility becomes heavier and heavier, and slowly but surely, both Kagura and Yomi begin to drift apart. I'm sure that I probably didn't do much justice explaining this anime because it's so much more than it actually appears to be on the surface. The emotional build-up and the bond between the two gradually begins to become more complex. Even if you think you know what's going to happen next, it still catches you off guard. Out of all the anime on this list, this one is a must-watch. Black Cat. The main character of this anime, Train Heartnet, is an infamous assassin known as the Black Cat who couldn't care less about human life. He does every job ruthlessly and he always gets the job done. He is the ideal assassin. He works for an organization named Cronus along with other elite killers. However, one night he comes across Saya Minatsuke, who's a mysterious bounty hunter, and both of them get acquainted with each other to the point that Saya begins to influence Train, which makes him rethink all the killing he's been doing. So he decides to quit the Black Cat and become an honest bounty hunter just like Saya. Which sounds pretty cool and all, but the underground world's never that forgiving, are they? They don't like how he's suddenly leaving them like that, so they want him back. Will Black Cat really be able to leave his dark past behind? Just like that?
すげえ汗だ。俺もキラーマシンが阿部が相手じゃ。違う汗じゃねえ。頭の上で赤ん坊がおしっこしてやろう。
Beelzebub. Comedy anime are usually hit and miss, and while it's nowhere near the level of Gintama, this one is a hit. The story is about a high school student named Tatsumi who's a delinquent at a delinquent high school. I mean by that, Ishiyama High. The school's made a name for itself considering the incredible amount of delinquents that go to this school, and Tatsumi is just another delinquent at this school. However, one day as he's beating the snot out of some other delinquents, he sees an old man floating in the river. Tatsumi gets into the ground, but the old man then splits up and out comes a baby. He's the son of a demon lord, the baby Beelzebub. From there on out, we begin to get introduced to other interesting characters, and then it's all about their everyday lives with a few serious episodes in between. It's a perfect combination of both comedy, stupidity, and action. You'll love it.
私水谷と申しますが、吉田君は。
春、それなら。てめえのせいでマルコは死んだ。春、店の中で暴れんなっつってんだろ。だってみっちゃん、そいつが。
Tonari no Kaibutsu-kun. There's an unenthusiastic and cold girl named Shizuku who doesn't get along with her classmates. All she cares about is getting good grades. That's it, nothing else. But this starts to change when she comes across a student named Haru Yoshida who's a little violent. He stopped coming to school after he got into a fight right at the start of the school year. Both of them are kind of similar in the sense that they don't get along with others, but surprisingly, Haru Yoshida confesses his feelings to her right when they meet. But because of Shizuku's lack of experience with this sort of relationship, she doesn't quite understand her relationship with Haru. Even so, little by little, their relationship starts to progress and she begins to develop feelings for him.
い
号021サイアクト健康状態異常なし将来の職業魔王
Ichiban Ushiro no Daimao. The main character, Akuto Sai, transfers to Constant Magic Academy and even becomes friends with a ninja named Hattori. On the way to the academy, everyone vows to make the world a better place. However, Akuto soon finds out that he's supposed to be the Demon King. As the word spreads, the other students begin to fear him, and even Hattori starts to become distant. Even so, Akuto decides to act decent and convinces himself that destiny has nothing to do with it. But every action he takes and every word he speaks only reinforces the fact that he's going to become the Demon Lord. Also, Hattori is a girl. Her full name is Junko Hattori. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you're new to the channel, you should consider turning that red subscribe button grey. I post regular content like every 2 days or so. Well then, see you in my next video, and until then, stay safe, watch anime.